Parijatra Sarangi, here's the risk from the government's perspective. The longer this agitation prolongs, the greater the chance of farmers elsewhere who currently feel sympathetic, even if they're not as agitated about these acts, being drawn towards joining the protest. Is that a fear that the government runs, that the greater the delay, the more farmers may want to join and be part of this protest?
Are you asking me, Rahul?
No, this is for the BJP spokesperson, Ms. Sarangi.
Very well, very well.
A very good evening to all. With the comprehensive and convincing deliberation of Honorable Prime Minister with the farmers of Madhya Pradesh, I think the entire opposition and many of the Kisan unions have been rendered speechless. This deliberation also indicates that PM Modi's government stands with the farmers and stands for the farmers. We are very much concerned about the plight of farmers. We are very sad that our farmer friends have to really spend their time in this cold weather in different parts of Delhi, on the fringes, on the borders of Delhi. It's extremely sad, and that is why Honorable Prime Minister today spoke comprehensively. And I think after his speech, everybody should actually stop arguing and stop placing facts, because the speech of Honorable Prime Minister was packed with facts, figures and arguments.
No, sure.
And
so I don't think anything is taking away.
All the work that has been done so far for the farmers, and it also explains that
but he's reaching out to those who largely support the act. Now the question is, what about the likes of VM Singh, what about the protesting farmers who are not persuaded by the Prime Minister's arguments? How do you end this current deadlock, the agitation which is still continuing? What's the plan there?
See, the point is that we have been emphasizing the fact that all kinds of problems, all kinds of impasse can be solved only through discussion, dialogue and talks. Since 14th October, we have been harping on this, and we are continuing with the dialogues. Let me tell you, we are all aware of the fact that Honorable Minister Agriculture, Honorable Sri Piyush Goyal ji, and our Home Minister, they have all sat with the farmers successively. And in fact, I would remind all of you of the tweet of the Agriculture Minister. He says in his tweet, any farmer can come even at midnight and ask for getting the matters and the laws explained to him, and the Agriculture Ministry would be too happy to do that. So I think this is the kind of sensitivity of the government, and at this juncture we are all ready for any kind of talk. And today Honorable Prime Minister himself came and spoke to the farmers. What more do we need? I told you, I reiterate, there were facts, there were figures, there were arguments. And I would just add two things to whatever Honorable PM has said. One is, let's talk of the budget of the Agriculture Ministry. It is rupees 1,34,399 crore this year, 2021. This is 6 times more than what it was in 2013-14 UPA 2 government's regime. So I think, and we are also talking of rupees 1 lakh crore budget for agriculture infrastructure. This has come up in this time's budget. So I think whatever Prime Minister Sahab has said, we all should be convinced. Unless and until we decide to be convinced, we decide to understand, we will not understand. It's said in English, a man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. I think today the entire opposition, the Congress, the ultra-leftist parties, and many of the Kisan unions, in fact all these middlemen, the commission agents, have been rendered
now, most of the attack from the Prime Minister today, Aman Pawar, was against the opposition. He said that the farmers gathered near Delhi are misled as part of a conspiracy. They're being told that their land will be grabbed by others if the new farm reforms get implemented. I want to ask you, did the dairy owner take your cattle because you're selling milk to him? He's explaining in a language that the common people, the common farmers of India understand, that a lot of what you and your party and a lot of the other opposition parties are saying is simply not true. He said, na ye hua hai, na aage chal ke kabhi hoga.
See, Rahul, firstly, it is very unfortunate that the Prime Minister says that the farmers are being misled, while his contemporary, another senior leader of the BJP today, Nitin Patel, who is the Deputy Chief Minister in Gujarat, has said that these people are terrorists, they are anti-nationals and they are Khalistanis. So first the BJP should put their house in order and decide that whether they are willing to hold consultations with the farmers or they want to brand them as terrorists, anti-nationals and Khalistanis, as the Deputy Chief Minister of Gujarat,
Let me
Mr. Nitin
speak,
Patel,
Rahul.
today did. Secondly, as far as his address is concerned, now let me tell you two things very factually. With respect to Madhya Pradesh, his own government has come out with a report just last week which says that out of the 269 government APMC markets that were operating in Madhya Pradesh, 47 have been shut down ever since these laws have come into place. The second thing that the Prime Minister said was with respect to the loan waiver, and he attacked the opposition parties. Now, I have in front of me a statement by late Shri Arun Jaitley ji in the Parliament on the floor of the House, where he very categorically denied that the government of India, Mr. Narendra Modi's government, is not at all inclined to waive off the loan of the farmers, whereas as a matter of record, 3.5 lakh crore rupees of corporate debt of Adani's, Ambani's, Nirav Modi, Mehul Choksi, Vijay Mallya, etc. were waived off by the very same government. So the Prime Minister is speaking in two voices. The other facet to it is that yesterday the Supreme Court very categorically asked the government that till the time you arrive at consensus with the farmers, are you willing to put this law at hold? Today, the Prime Minister has come out in defense of this law after the Supreme Court has asked this very categorically from the Attorney General of India in yesterday's hearing. So our question is that what is the pressure under which the Prime Minister is performing? Because he never had these consultations before these laws were brought in.